only a dream. Good work. Don't ever stop. Hold back the clock and don't let go. Just hold on. Keep it nice and slow. All alone. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, baby. Going live, going live, going live. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? I'm doing Zoom on Facebook for the first time. Zoom on Facebook for the first time. Yes, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Just want to make sure everything is doing well. Everything is looking. How y'all doing? How you doing? I'm checking out my Zoom on Facebook for the first time. This is Zoom. It looks like it's moving kind of slow. I don't like the slow movement here. Um, Hope everybody's doing well out there. Just checking out the Zoom, doing a little test. And you got to test these things sometimes, see how this thing works. Doing a brief test. See something here. Lower that. See if that can drop down. I want to know if people can hear me. If you can hear me, beautiful. Hear me, that'll be lovely. If you could say it in the hear me. If you could hear me, hear me. If you hear me, please identify that you could hear me. Assalamu alaikum. Fatima. If you can hear me, say something. Tell me. Give me a ones up. Oney. Give me a oney. If you can hear my voice. If you can hear my voice, give me a one up. Right? If you can hear my voice, give me a one. I'm looking at two different areas here. Put some light on that. Put some light on me. You know. If you can hear me, just say, hey, King Simon, I hear you. I'm doing a test. I'm doing a test on Facebook. Doing a test on Facebook. And I am proud to be Zooming on Facebook. So if you can hear me, that's beautiful. Hear me, that is beautiful. Can you hear me? Peace. Peace. Okay, 111. I like that. Okay, great. I like the 111s. That's my number. 1111111. Okay, so briefly, I'm going to just talk about what's coming up, what's going on, how things are happening wonderfully. I'm enjoying the vibration of my 7 personal month, and usually how you find out what is your personal month, family. You usually have to find out what's your personal year first in order for you to find out what is your personal month. And once you understand that numbers is a cycle, it is a season, it reveals the positive and negative of the cycle and season. Very, very interesting study if you really get into it and use it for your benefit. I am happy to let people know that I will be interviewing a few people on Zoom. I have, of course, I'm working on getting KT the Arch degree. I'll be interviewing him. Also, I'll be interviewing Abundance Child. I will be interviewing Muncho and his beautiful wife, and Washa. And I will be interviewing Narubi Sila, if I can get her. And remember, it's all about my 24th anniversary in promotion and production that's coming up. My 24th anniversary in promotion and production that's coming up at St. Francis College. Go to Eventbrite. That's King Simon Productions at Eventbrite. Great speakers, of course. The theme is called Health, Wealth, Love, Spirituality, and Mathematical Thinking into the Future. Also, I'm going to be interviewing Joshua Sarah. So I got a few interviews, whether I'm going to do it in one stint, like every half an hour, or I might do 2 in 1 hour, or just to get the gist of who's coming. But this is my 24th year. I'm in my number 6 year as far as numerology is concerned, going into my number 7 year. So I'm at the crossroads of my life and I'm feeling good. Big up to Raul. Raul is my boy. Raul is one of my brother. I brought Raul in before, and that's my brother, Cosmophysics. Good brother, man. Very good brother. And I recommend people to Raul. And I know we speak highly of each other. Good brother. His birthday is coming up, as a matter of fact, October 30th. Raul's birthday is coming up, and I speak highly of him also because Cosmophysics is his word. Just like Numerovation is my word. Cosmophysics is a specialized style of astrology that's just off the charts. He did a brief reading for me last year, and it was off the charts. And we do what we do because we study what we do. And I tell people that they need to study all these different. He has classes, I have classes, and he's worth it, and I'm worth it. And we respect our worth. I will be working with Raul again, more likely in the New York area. I just want to make sure I'm able to bring him in and accommodate him in a more professional way and professional style. So that's a beautiful thing, and I'm just happy that brothers like him and myself can work together, and also other astrologers and numerologists like Katira Knows, and people like Alexia, which is Quiet Storm, and people like Lloyd Strayhorn and Asma. Sister Asma is also a numerologist, and Lloyd Strayhorn, everybody know Lloyd, has been on some major networks. But like I said, I do have a discount flyer on my Facebook. So if you do want to come to my event and you can't go to Eventbrite and get it, you can take the flyer off of my Facebook and actually show it at the door. Discount flyer, share it with other people also. You can show it at the door. And hey, they'll get a $5 to $10 discount at the door. More likely it's a $5 discount at the door. And people will get to come in. Remember, young people I allow into my venues for free. Young people are welcome into my venue for free. This is my first time doing Zoom on Facebook. I did Zoom on YouTube, just testing my new computer and seeing how this works. Of course, in my background, you can see my books in my background. Numbers are simple, people are complicated, and no promotion is bad promotion. Those are on Amazon and Kindle. And no promotion is bad promotion is a good seller right now. It's selling, and no numbers are simple, people are complicated, a good seller. So pay attention to your cycle. Women are not the only one that has cycles. Menstrual cycle, and it begins with a man, of course, menstrual cycle. We got to pay attention to these things. You got to go to gynecologists, things that have this man stuff all in front of it. It is actually your cycle, and men have a cycle too. So when you start seeing men acting like Mitches or acting other than what their self is, other than what they are, that's their cycle kicking in. But even in numbers, there's cycles. And even in your calendar date, you have cycles. Numbers go through your calendar or every day, every time, every hour. So every minute, you got seconds on these numbers. So numbers are very prevalent in our life to give us order, to give us structure, to give us direction, to give us help, to show us the way, to give us like a GPS modem. Help to understand when you punch in the dates and you punch in your address. So your address to a numerologist would be your birthday, your date of birth, and your name. Because remember, numerology is the only system that transposes letters like straight. You see that word straight up there? Each letter has a meaning. Straight has a meaning. Black has a meaning. Pride is a meaning. There's a meaning behind that also. Every letter in your name has a meaning. So I can be on somebody's name for at least one letter in somebody's name, I could break down probably for a good 5 minutes. So per name, per letter, imagine how many, imagine if I was reading the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Imagine me reading that word. There's a breakdown for that word mathematically. And it has a vibration. It has a structure. It has a comical vibration too. Because we used to sing the song that all supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We used to break that out, but it generated fun. It generated expression. It generated expansion. And what's so interesting about that is that just the first letter, super, or the first letter in super, S, it's equivalent to the 1 and the 3. It's equivalent to the 1 in the Pythagorean system and then the 3 in the Chaldean system, which is a much more higher, much more mystic form. So 1 and 3 is the letter S, is the 1 and the 3. So I can tell if someone born under that letter S, what type of person they are. Just with that first letter gives me an inclination of who they are and what they are. And their gifts. Like I got the name Simon. And S means the 1 represents leadership qualities. The 1 represents trailblazer. 1 represents ambitious, motivated person. The 3 represents creativity. The 3 represents expression. The 3 represents the talkative attitude that I can get into. And the 1 also deals with sometimes needing to be to themselves, needing to lock doors and just be in their own mindset. That's the 1. But also you got the 3 that deals with creativity, deals with optimism, deals with coming to you with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying life the way it is. So that's just and that's just the S. That's just the S. And I can go to some books. What book do I have that breaks down that? Yeah, I got a few books here where I got one book here. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. So when you look at the S and dealing with the S and even the letter D, since somebody just pointed out the letter D, D is ruled by the number 4 in both systems, the Chaldean and the Pythagorean. So D can be ruled by the number 4, is ruled by the number 4. And one of the good books that talks about the letters and all that kind of stuff. This is one of the good books that talks about letters and stuff. And this book is called the light is probably too bright. Helping Yourself with Numerology. Helping Yourself with Numerology by Helene Hitchcock. Helping Yourself with Numerology by Helene Hitchcock. Very good book to have. This was one of the first books I ordered. You could go in this book and see that it's all ripped up and pages are all out and all that kind of stuff. Very good book to have, especially when dealing with letters, especially when dealing with the vowels. Each vowel means something. Each letter, consonant means something. So that's one thing about numerology. You can deal with the vowels and the consonants in your letters. And even if you read only the vowel and the consonant in anybody's name, you could pull out a lot of things out of it. Like in this book, for instance, it said about the D. Anybody that have the letter D in front of that's a lead initial. It's a D represents efficient, hard worker, usually not emotional, but also because it adds up to a number 4, it deals with the need for structure and discipline and organization, but also protecting their mind from certain things, because 4 is a mental number that's connected to the D. And that's just the 4. Remember, DMV in the Pythagorean system is also the number 4. In the Chaldean system, DMT is the letters that's connected to the 4 in the Chaldean system. So I use 2 different systems in my numerology. Matter of fact, I use multiple amounts of systems in numerology. I use a multiple amount of them because when I do a session with you, I do numerovation. So I help you to motivate you with your your name and your birthday, and why your numbers are so significant, and why you was born or you was given to that, or why you chose that. Regardless if you call it a slave name and you decided to change your name, as long as it's still on your birth certificate, as long as your name is still on your birth certificate, family, guess what? It is a significant name, regardless if you change it or not. You're just adding more energy to it when you add and start subtracting or changing your name. So the name represents the destiny number. The name represents the capstone number. The name represents the keystone number. The name represents your gifts, your skills, your talents, and your abilities. That's what the name also represents in numerology. So it can give you guidance if you want and accept guidance. It can give you guidance. And I tell people all the time, look, numbers don't lie, people lie to themselves. Numbers don't lie, people lie to themselves. Now, numbers can be manipulated if it's man-made and controlled. But when you're dealing with mathematics, mathematics is a pure science. And numerology is a pure science from its mathematical perspective. But our ancestors, before Pythagoras, gave it meaning and showed how they correlate with the symbols of different things, like the symbol of the 1 of the straight line, and the 2 and the 3, and what they all represent. And when you start looking at numbers, numbers are symbols, are sigils, are symbols of, and that's how we relate and connect to things, with symbols and sigils. That's why you notice on the temple walls, they always had symbols and sigils on the wall. What next you doing a Zoom? Oh, Rapusa, salute. Now, well, I was, this is just a test, but the next one is going to be interviews. I'll be interviewing a lot of people that's going to be on my platform for my anniversary, 24th anniversary celebration in promotion and productions. That's what this book is. I'll have this book on deck also. If I don't sell out at the Brother Richard's event, I'll have this book on deck. This is my no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. I think I don't know how they can see this, but no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. This is the book that I will have. That's what my anniversary is based on. No promotion is bad promotion. That's my book. I will have that book on deck on November the 10th. Usually sell out when I have my books. Also, I will have my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. I'll have this book there. And also I'll have my children books. I just got my children books back. Let me find a children book. I'll have my children book on deck also. And it's called Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. This one is called Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. Those are my 2 grandchildren. They all grown up now. I'm gonna have to change this picture. They grown now, but these are my 2 grandchildren. I got 7 of them now. Yes. If I'm not making babies, my sons and daughters are making babies, but none of my daughters made children yet. Only my sons been knocking them out. Only 4 of them have been making children right now. They're up to 7 amongst 4 of them. So between 4 of them, I got 7 children, 7 grandbabies. And they don't call me granddad. They call me either Baba, or they call me Tef, or they call me a cab. No, they call me Daddy's dad, or they call me Daddy's dad. So I don't let none of my grandchildren call me granddad, because I ain't got no gray on my hair. I ain't got no grays here. So, I mean, if I grow this out, it'd probably be a little speckles of gray here, but none on my head. So, there ain't no granddaddy thing going on here, man. Gotta keep my form going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep my form going. You know how we go. This is my first time doing Zoom. This is my first time doing Zoom on Facebook. I did Zoom on YouTube just a few days ago, just to test my new computer and test what's going on, because I got some people's coming up. I got some people I'm doing an interview with. So I'm more likely going to either do it on Facebook or I might do it on YouTube at King Simon Presents. Remember, my YouTube is King Simon Presents. Let me put that up. My YouTube, I'm gonna put that up. Let me type it up. My YouTube YouTube is called King Simon Present, King Simon Presents, Presents. Put it in here. That's right, King Simon Present. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to put up there. What the heck is that? Y'all playing games. Put it present. Okay. Let me make sure that's right and exact. And that's what I'm talking about. That's King Simon, my King Simon Presents. So that's my YouTube page. So if you want to sign up or subscribe and click that bell to get notified. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of content on numerology and all the different numbers. And I kind of go in multiple directions because I'm that multiplicity person. We all got this multiplicity of energy around us. So, the woman calling what? 1G, 2G, full respect, straight love. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Conscious. Big up, Conscious. Big up, Conscious all the time. So, there's a lot going on, man. So I'm enjoying what we're getting into as far as this 2020 dynamic, because 2020 actually adds up to a number 4, and numerology to 2020. That 4 represents the Aquarian and the Leo energy. So that's a good year. That's going to be a good year for the Aquarius and Leo energy, 2020. Now, like I said, dynamics. There's 2 different dynamics. They got the high and the low, the positive and negative. It's duality. So these are 2 different dynamics that if you're not rising to its highest, then you're falling to its lowest, or you're complacent. And remember, like I say to many people in my sessions, comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort is the enemy of progress. So either you're spiraling up or you're spiraling down. It's totally up to you. Either you're spiraling up or you're spiraling down. And hey, Evelyn, my girl. What's up, girl? How you doing, Evelyn? Good to see you. I'm glad you're all right. Taurus the bull, big up to you. She's born the 24th. So big up. I remember birthdays. Consciousness. Hey, Conscious, I know you're my brother, so I know you're born in August. So, I'm not going to shout out your birthday. You don't want no people reading it. Big up to Cheryl Powell, Dr. Moses Powell's daughter, one of his beautiful daughters, us, to Cheryl. Big up to you, sister. I'm glad. Okay. Big up to Natrell Black. Now, Cheryl, I don't know your birthday, but I know that your name is powerful and it holds a lot of weight in the martial arts world. That's for sure. So, once again, this is my first test of Zoom on Facebook, and it has a delay. It has like a 20-second delay, so don't mind. It's a 20-second delay going on, and enough respect to Zoom and enough respect to all of you for what you're doing. I'm here looking at it at another computer, so I'm looking at it in 20-second time in another computer. So not going to be here long. Just want to remind everybody, if you do want to get tickets to my anniversary, remember it's 24th anniversary, happening November the 10th at St. Francis College, downtown Brooklyn. Doors open at 1 p.m. The event starts at 2. We're going to have some special guest performer. We're going to speak. The theme is health, wealth, love, spirituality, and mathematical thinking for the future. Also, we have live and direct KT, the arts degree, one of the stepsons of Dr. Sabi, so to speak. The Oracle, his wife will be there. Muncho and his beautiful wife, Nawasha, from the Acoma House Initiative, or Acoma House Initiative. Also, we have Abundant Child from the Drop Squad Kitchen and Enterprise in Delaware. We have Joshua Sarah, spoken word artist and mathematician and teacher, will be there. Live performance by Pharaoh Rising, live performance by Modesty, and also I will be teaching on numbers and what to look out for and what to prepare for, and I'll have the audience question me any way they want about the numbers and how we deal with that and how to work that for the moment that we have there. We have the place from 12 to 9 p.m., but we doors open at 1 p.m. for the audience, for the people. Tight security, we'll always have tight security, security in the front, security inside. We have all the vendors, have the vegan food is going to be there. Drop Squad Kitchen is providing the food. And we're more than likely going to have desserts. I know more than likely Red Pill, Blue Pill is going to be there. KT is going to be vending. Everybody's going to be there. All the speakers will be vending their products. And it's going to be a very good event. Also, don't forget November the 3rd, the Rich is having a great event the week before Minds. That's happening at St. Francis College. Remember the clocks, daylight saving time, I believe, ends. So remember, I think you got to turn your clock back or forward, one or the other thing. But monitor your clocks when you come into Brother Rich's event with Billy Carson, Street Master, Gano Grills, Red Pill and Blue Pill, and of course, live performance by Kembada. And you can go to 2020ascensionconference.com for that. Also on November 9th, the day before my event, we are actually doing a lecture at the Alhambra Ballroom. I will be at the Alhambra Ballroom with entrepreneur and money master, the one, the only Ash Cash, entrepreneur, young entrepreneur, King Na, 13-year-old entrepreneur. Also, Brother Quasi, John Quasi will be there. And I'm going to be bringing on a 10-year-old entrepreneur. We got to encourage the youth into financial literacy and entrepreneurship. So 10-year-old, 13-year-old, we're going to be bringing the youth in that knows their money and handles their money in the right way. Obocho Peters will be in the building. Obocho Peters. Make sure you support his Instagram, which is I am Obocho. And make sure you support King Na's Instagram. That's King Na. Make sure you support his Instagram as a motivational speaker and entrepreneur also. So bringing those youths in with Brother John, and we'll be at the Alhambra Ballroom November 9th. Doors open at 1 o'clock, and I believe the event starts at 2. Get the tickets at by going to Instagram. Go to Instagram, DTR 360 Books, DTR 360 Books, and DM him and make sure you're there. Come on out, having a good time. And guess what, family? Guess what? I've been invited to speak at Temple University in Philadelphia at one of the classes. I'll be speaking at one about numerology. It's called a self-discovery class that they hold every week in Philadelphia at Temple University. So I've been invited to come and teach Numerovation, numerology at Temple University. So this is going to be November is going to be a great month. On November the 14th, which was one of the days that I actually started doing production and promotion, and I did one of my major events with Dr. Sabi on November 14th, 2009. So it's really coming full circle now in my number 6 year, this whole family education, all that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff is happening in my life. My aunt transitioned last month. Then my cousin just transitioned two days ago at the age of 39. And then another relative just got trans. So in a 6th personal year, duality of a 6th personal year. That's why I tell people study numbers. Duality of a 6th personal year is either family loss or birth and family connections happening, or relationships, or somebody being pregnant with new ideas, but also there's a loss of family. And already in my 6th year, I'm expecting these 2 different things coming, because I knew I was in my 6th year from my birthday in February, but I didn't know who it was coming from. But my aunt, lost my cousin just recently. And hey, and I just seen him at the funeral of my aunt. So it's so interesting. So condolences go out to my cousin Khalid Wilson, who transitioned, one of my younger cousins I used to take to the mosque with me when I was in the Nation of Islam. Yeah, you hear the name Khalid? Yes, that name Khalid. Not only a warrior from Islam back in the day, but also Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He was named after, because it was of that warrior spirit he had. He had a very good, my cousin had a warrior spirit. So enough respect to the family on his mother's side and his late mother. And of course, my cousin Sully on my side, my father's side here. That's very interesting. So when I read the numbers on my cousin, whew, man, this numerology stuff, boy, it gets scary. It gets scary, but you got to know how to handle this stuff and know how to use it with the proper intentions to help guide, heal, and guide people. That's why I tell people, take time to get a numerology session, take time to do a cosmophysics session, take time to do cardology with Aquarius Maxim, cosmophysics with Rahu. Take time to do astronumerology with Lloyd Strayhorn. Take time and do and work with all these different modalities. Get a tarot reading, whatever. Don't be afraid of your sciences, your metaphysics sciences. Do not be afraid of it. It is yours. It's yours. It's what you do with it with the proper intention. Some people do it negative, some people do it positive. It's all about proper intentions when using these different spiritual and metaphysics modalities. They are not pseudo. Pseudo is a word that comes out of Greece and comes out of European vernacular, comes from the European vernacular. And anytime they didn't recognize something that was related to them and their science, they called it pseudo. Anytime they couldn't prove it amongst themselves from their logical mind, they called it pseudo. So we got to be careful of that word pseudo and really look it up and what it means to be pseudo. They call it false. So remember, to the Greeks and the Romans, anything that Africa practiced or anything that India practiced was considered false because they wanted to be the progenitor of information around the world. So they wanted to conquer the world. So anything that did not coincide with Greece and Rome or Europe or any state was called pseudo. Gotta be careful of that word, because just because you don't understand African spirituality, just because you don't understand the spiritual systems and the divination or the divine nation systems of the oracles and the priests or the shamans of out of Africa and different places of darker hue, don't mean it's pseudo. It just means your ass don't understand it. That's all it means. You don't have a deeper spiritual insight of it. And it's not, maybe it's not for you to learn. Maybe it's for us to do and use to get up out of here and just overcome fear. Because remember, a lot of people fear astrology, numerology, and all these different modalities. But everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So don't fear it. Embrace the both sides. Embrace the light and the dark, because we all were born in the dark. We all came out of the darkness of the womb. We all go back to the darkness in our sleep. We go back to the darkness when we rest in peace. We go back to the darkness when we're in our bed, closing off and turning off light. Even if you sleep in the light, you close your eyes. Then you got they got some people that sleep with their eyes open. That was the most scariest thing, to deal with a girl that slept with her eyes open. That is scary. And I remember back in my day, my club life, I dealt with a girl that slept with her eyes open. And I mean wide open. Like, that's some scary stuff. So it is what it is. Let me get on out of here, family. Remember, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Also, you can go to become my friend on King Simon Productions on IG. That's King Simon Productions on IG. Also, you can go to my King Simon Production page on Facebook. That's a public page. You can join that if you can't fit in. And MC Simon, and also King Simon Prod on Twitter. I'm out of here, family. Just was doing a test, right here on Facebook with Zoom. I'm getting ready to leave this meeting and get on out of here. Thank y'all very much for listening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I honor and respect each and every one of you. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you may be listening this to. Peace. Bye.